Yakutia does not welcome humans. This land only tests who has the patience to endure. Here, the cold does not arrive like a passing wind. It presses down on every breath, every thought, every decision to survive. At -71 degrees Celsius, breath turns into ice. Skin goes numb within minutes. Nature is not angry, nor is it merciful. It simply exists. Beneath endless fields of ice and a lead-gray sky, humans become painfully small. Every step taken against the frozen wind is not just movement, but a quiet declaration that life still persists, that a heart continues to beat inside a world that remains completely indifferent.
Anya is 90 years old, but in Yakutia, age is not a story of weakness, it is a memory of survival. She walks slowly through the blizzard, never rushing, never panicking. Each step familiar, like a ritual repeated over a lifetime. Her breathing stays steady and deep, refusing to let the cold steal the rhythm inside her chest. She knows when to stop and when to move on, knowing that fear only invites death to arrive sooner. Amid the howling wind and endless white, Anya does not challenge nature. She listens to it, surviving not through strength, but through patience and respect for the unforgiving rules of this land.
The blood appears suddenly, dark against the untouched white snow, impossible to ignore. In a place where life is rare, even a single stain feels loud. Anya stops without panic. She does not rush because she knows that rushing invites mistakes. Blood in this cold does not belong to accidents. It belongs to survival or to its failure. The wind moves gently across the stain, trying to erase it, as if the land itself does not want witnesses. Anya follows the trail slowly, every step measured, every breath controlled. She feels the silence change, not quieter, but heavier. Out here, being alone does not always mean you are alone. Sometimes it means you are simply the one who has not yet been seen. And as the blood disappears into the storm, Anya understands that something wounded is nearby, and wounded creatures do not always choose to run. In the blinding snow, two yellow eyes flare and then remain still, neither advancing nor retreating. The wolf is wounded, its breathing heavy, its body tense at the edge between life and death. Anya stops, her heart beating slow but steady, old memories rising, stories of wolves not as enemies but as part of this land. She does not look at it with challenge, nor does she turn away in fear. Between human and beast lies a fragile distance made of fear and choice, where one wrong movement can end everything, and one calm moment can change the fate of them both. Anya stands still in the cold wind, not because she hesitates, but because she's remembering the rules that have kept her alive for 90 years. In this land, every creature must pay a price to survive, and humans are no exception. She knows that turning away would be the safest choice. No one would blame an old woman for choosing to live. But she also knows that if she walks away, the wounded one will not be given a second chance. Anya slowly removes her glove, letting her bare hand meet the cutting cold. A small gesture, yet enough to show she comes without hostility. In that moment, fear does not disappear, it simply steps aside for compassion. Between the storm and the silence, Anya chooses not only to survive, but to live by what this land has taught her, that sometimes the life of another is the true test of a human heart. Anya begins with familiar movements, as if the storm outside does not exist. Her aged hands steady and precise, every action slow and practiced. She strikes the fire steel,
A small spark flares in the cold wind. Then a fragile flame steadies itself, carrying rare warmth into the frozen world. Snow is gathered and melts into water inside an old pot, the gentle sound of boiling rising like the breath of life. Anya cleans the wolf's wound without haste or fear, focused only on the care itself, the same way she once tended to people throughout her life. She breaks a piece of dried meat in half and places one portion on the snow, without staring, without asking for anything in return. In that moment, there is no human and no beast, only two living beings sharing warmth, water, and life, accompanied by the soft crackle of firewood and the tender silence of this unforgiving land. In the night that seemed to have swallowed all hope, a soft movement shifts the snow in the darkness. The wolf returns, no longer growling or alert, carrying only its warmth and the raw instinct of life. It moves closer to Anya, slowly and carefully, then curls beside her, its thick fur shielding her from the cold like a silent wall. The warmth spreads, fragile but real, awakening the breath that had begun to fade. Anya does not open her eyes. She only stirs slightly, as if sensing she is no longer alone. In that fragile moment, there is no grand miracle, only a simple answer between two beings who chose to trust. In an indifferent Yakutia, warmth returns not through promises, but through presence, enough to keep life from leaving once more. In the night that seemed to have swallowed all hope, a soft movement shifts the snow in the darkness. The wolf returns, no longer growling or alert, carrying only its warmth and the raw instinct of life. It moves closer to Anya, slowly and carefully, then curls beside her, its thick fur shielding her from the cold like a silent wall. The warmth spreads, fragile but real, awakening the breath that had begun to fade. Anya does not open her eyes. She only stirs slightly, as if sensing she is no longer alone. In that fragile moment, there is no grand miracle, only a simple answer between two beings who chose to trust. In an indifferent Yakutia, warmth returns not through promises, but through presence, enough to keep life from leaving once more. When morning comes, it arrives quietly, without urgency, opening with a thin ribbon of light cutting through the frozen air. The storm has withdrawn, leaving behind a high, silent sky, like a late and gentle forgiveness. Anya opens her eyes in the soft glow, her breathing steadier, her body still aching but alive. The wolf rises beside her, silently facing the horizon, where the sun touches the snow and turns it pale gold. In that vast world, two beings who survived the long night stand together, without victory or glory, only a simple and complete existence. Dawn does not erase the cold of Yakutia, but it brings something more important, a reminder that even after the darkest night, life can still find its light and continue. This story is not about humans conquering nature, but about a moment when two lives chose not to turn away from each other. In the indifferent cold of Yakutia, a small decision became a silent pact. No promises, no reward. Anya survived not only because of experience, but because she chose to hold on to compassion when it was hardest. And the wolf did the same. If this story made you slow down, if it reminded you that kindness can be the strongest instinct of all, hold on to that feeling. Share this story so that the warmth does not end here, but continues to travel farther